Hi, I'm Daniela from the Spark Group, and right now we're going to go through a session that I led at the IMTC West 2012 Digital Marketing Seminar. The seminar was sponsored by the Spark Group, so I'm just going to take a few minutes to go through a presentation on integrated campaign creation. So, throughout the day at the Digital Marketing Seminar, we learned all about different aspects of digital marketing. We learned that digital marketing is not a fad and that it's not going away, that it's only going to keep growing. And we learned that we had to embrace it or be left behind. And throughout the day, we learned many reasons of why digital marketing is so important. So right now, we're going to go through just a few of those. So online marketing, why is it so important? 1, because online marketing is more cost efficient than traditional marketing. On average, an offline advertising cost per lead costs $346, or an inbound advertising costs $135 per lead. That's 61% less expensive. So that's a pretty good reason. 2, because the internet has shifted the power away from marketers and into consumers' hands. Therefore, we are forced to go where our customers are. Here's a quote I find really relevant. People shop and learn in a whole new way compared to just a few years ago. So marketers need to adapt or risk extinction. 78% of the U.S. population is online. And 1/3 of U.S. consumers spend over 3 hours online every single day. And more of what customers used to do offline, they now do online. So whether it be do product research, get news, have fun, pass the time, buy a product, social network, rate a product or a service, all of the research points to it. Your customers are online, so you have to be as well. All right, 3, because you need to be the one that's in control of your brand. If you have a business, chances are that people are talking about your business online. They're writing blog posts, they're commenting on articles, they're posting reviews, they're tweeting, Facebooking, Foursquaring, researching. They're Googling about your services. They're having conversations about you. You might not think these conversations are happening, but if you've learned anything from the statistics you've heard about social media, you'll realize that that is most likely not the case. People are having conversations about your company, about your competitors, about services much like those you offer, about needs that they need filled that your company might be able to cater to. Conversations that can really impact your business are happening, and you need to be online to listen to them and to take action on them. And if you're not online, they're having these conversations without you. They're controlling the conversation and they're controlling the message. Once you establish your online presence, then you can be the one that's in control. Then you can be the one that's controlling the message. Here's another quote that I find really relevant. There's a lot of fear-mongering about losing control of your brand online, when in fact, you've got control over as much as you always have, how you present your business and how you act. It's true. In the past, it was a lot easier to control the message that the masses were seeing about your business or your brand, but people were having conversations about your company without you, and it was very difficult for you to intervene. Nowadays, if someone has a problem with your service and speaks about it online, you can intervene, you can fix the problem or answer their question on your own terms, you can control the message. It's how you react that really impresses people, that really makes people trust your business and your brand. So let's take a second and look at this example. This was posted on Zoom, a money transfer service, on their Facebook page. So this man, Albert, said he uses Zoom, but he was thinking about it after he saw that the exchange rate was $12.82 and they have it at $12.60. Anyway, he didn't understand the exchange rate. He posted it on Zoom's wall. Zoom stepped in right away and answered his question and explained how they set their rates. Albert wrote back, "Thank you so much. Your customer service is awesome. You always help me." And by stepping in, Zoom influenced Albert's decision. And not only that, everyone else who goes to Zoom's Facebook page is going to see that Zoom is reliable, that they take care of their customers, and that they have great customer service. They're influencing the decisions. they're controlling the conversation. So nowadays, as you see, you need to be able to react, to adapt, to be real time, to adapt to new changes, to new mediums, to new technologies, to new trends. But you can control the message if you've established yourself online. You can control the message. All right, 4. Because it works. Because it's proven. Because it's in the numbers. It has a direct impact on positive word of mouth and on direct sales. You can do all of the research that you want, and it will all tell you the same thing. And so because of the importance of online marketing, we devoted our whole digital marketing seminar to learning all about some of the most essential parts of online marketing. Throughout that seminar, we learned a lot. We learned about how to take all of our marketing work and apply it to the online world, apply it to learning about where to find our audiences, how to deliver effective messages, and how to decide which platforms to use for our businesses. We learned about monitoring messages and listening to our customers online. We also learned that having a web presence isn't just about setting up a website, that we must create websites that help us reach our marketing goals, that are easy to navigate, that get our visitors the information they need in a way that drives them to perform actions that we need. And we learned how to use analytics to optimize and refine our websites to continue bettering our messages and our strategies. In the digital marketing seminar, we also learned about having a presence on Google, on search engines, about making sure that people who are interested in your services and your products are finding you. And we learned how to do it organically and through paid advertising. We learned about social media, about Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, about opening the lines of communication, about the importance of remembering that marketing today isn't a monologue, that it's a dialogue, that we need to have conversations, that we need to build relationships, that we need to listen, respond, we need to engage, entertain, and leverage these relationships so that they become not only clients, but loyal clients. Loyal brand advocates, people who are willing to sell our brand for us, who recommend, who share, who become your own little marketing team. And we learned about email marketing, about how to break through the noise, about how to stand out in someone's inbox when they have thousands of other emails to sort through, to reply to take action on. And we learned about the importance of mobile marketing, about its tremendous growth throughout the years and in the years to come. And we learned that we have to learn how consumers use their mobile devices in order to create messages and strategies that are effective on these devices. So we learned that there is a lot to do and a lot to start doing and a lot of new ways to reach our customers. But what we have to learn now is how to tie all of this together and how to start the process and how to do it right. So, with a physical office building, you have one street that leads to your office, maybe two if you're on a corner, and you probably have limited parking space. Online, you have unlimited roads that lead to your business, from your website, through your social media profiles, through the results that come up on search engines, unlimited roads. And you have unlimited parking space. That's what creating an integrated marketing campaign is all about. It's about creating as many roads as your customers need to reach your company. It's about placing a road where they are so that they can drive straight through to your company, drive straight past your competitors and all of the decisions they have to make and perform the action that you need them to perform. Marketing today, integrated marketing, is about using multiple mediums to drive your message home. And it's about coordinating all of those mediums, coordinating all of your marketing communication into one seamless strategy. One seamless strategy. And it's about having all of these aspects work together as a unified force rather than having them work in isolation. And integrated marketing makes sense because all of these mediums play off of each other and work off of each other. For example, if you have a website and you have Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and LinkedIn, these portals are going to direct traffic, funnel traffic into your website. You might not necessarily need these portals, but this is just an example. So let's say you also have a blog, press, forums, and newsletters. They all funnel traffic into your website. And what if you have display ads set up and search engine marketing and search engine optimization going on? They're all funneling traffic in. But it also works vice versa. Your website funnels traffic to your newsletters and Facebook and your blog and Twitter and press and LinkedIn and forums and YouTube. And it doesn't even stop there. Your Facebook funnels traffic to your blog, to newsletters, to YouTube, to your forums, to press. And Twitter is going to funnel traffic to all of these other channels as well. And LinkedIn is going to be funneling traffic to all of these as well. And I'm going to stop here right now, but it keeps going, as you can imagine. So, wait, let's just go back. Take a look at that. Take a look at how impressive that is, about how everything plays off of each other and makes the other stronger. Okay. So, why is integrated marketing so important? All right, 1, because as we just saw in that diagram, they play off of each other. Each medium we use makes the other stronger and more effective. They rely on each other. So to show you some numbers, Nielsen research has shown that there is a 32% increase in click-through rates when you appear in both paid and natural search results. And a real-world example, Delta Airlines, they were ranking at the top for their natural search. So they did a test of reducing the amount of money they spent on paid advertising by 50%. The result was a significant reduction in revenues from both paid and unpaid listings, right? So when they decreased how much money they were spending on their paid ads, the results they were getting from both of them, both natural, unpaid, and paid ads, decreased. It's crazy. All right, 2, because people use a lot of different channels to learn about your business. They use Google, they read articles and reviews, they view your website, they go on Facebook, and most people use a variety of these channels to learn about your companies. So different people use different channels, and one person uses different channels. Research shows that most people who learn about your company through one medium use a different medium to perform a conversion. So they find out about you through one medium, they do research about you through another medium, and they convert through another. So you have to be where your customers need you to be, depending on where they are in the customer journey or purchasing funnel. So throughout this customer journey, from awareness, when a person learns about your service and learns about your brand, through consideration, when they're interested about your company, but they're learning more about information about your company and about your competitors too. To closing, when your customers are going to be using, through closing, your customers are going to be using different mediums, and so you're going to need to be hitting them throughout these different channels. For example, let's say you're trying to build brand awareness and visibility. You're going to want to work on your search engine optimization. You're going to want to work on setting up search engine marketing campaigns and display advertising. You want to make sure that people who might be interested in your services are finding you. Let's say you're trying to increase the number of conversions on your website, whether it be signing up for your newsletter, contacting your company, making a purchase. You're going to want to make sure that you're optimizing your website, making sure that the navigation is smooth, that information is clear, that the process is simple and straightforward. So you're going to want to keep optimizing your website and using analytics to continuously be bettering your strategy. So people are using different mediums, and you're going to have to be where they are searching for you in order to catch them. All right, 3, because attention spans are small. People are busy. People have a lot to do. And I'm sure you know that you're taking time to listen to this session, but you have a lot to do. And without an integrated campaign, you'll fail to convert many potential clients because they may not have time to take action on the first touch. You have to deliver your message across multiple mediums. Repetition gives you more chances at a conversion, and hitting possible clients through different channels build stronger awareness. Attention spans are small. You have to hit them everywhere. 4, because now that the internet has put the power in the consumer's hands, we have to market to consumers on their own terms. Traditional marketing used to be interruption advertising, where you would interrupt whatever it was that consumers were doing and shouted a message at them. Now marketing is permission-based. People are choosing how they want to interact with your company on their own terms. Some people like communicating with brands through email, others through blog posts, others through mobile or Facebook. But by integrating your efforts and being on different channels, you'll allow your customers to choose how they want to communicate with you. And that's great because they're giving you permission. They're telling you that they want to hear from you. So how's that for targeting? 5, because you need to remind customers that you exist. People don't just wake up in the morning and say, hey, I need to go visit the Spark Group's website. I wonder what they've been up to. I miss them. No. Hopefully some people do, but it's not how it usually works. You need to continuously remind people that you exist, that you have something to offer. And that repetition works best if you're doing it through different mediums, the different mediums that they're using when they're online. 6, because by keeping your efforts consistent, by keeping your branding and messaging consistent, you'll build trust and authority. People will learn to associate certain messaging, certain branding, and certain feelings with your company. Like a slogan or a catchphrase, a consistency in the messages you put out for the public will lead to better recognition. If you keep it consistent, then these are the messages that are going to be sticking in people's minds the longest. So, when you're ready to truly create an integrated campaign for your company, you're going to want to start the way you'd start any marketing campaign, with tons of in-depth research and planning. You want to make sure that all of your digital marketing dollars are well spent, that they are being allocated in a way that will provide a return and help you reach your goals. So we're going to take a few minutes going through the most crucial parts about creating a campaign from research through execution. So first off, you have to listen. You need to make sure that you scour the internet paying attention to what people are saying about your brand. Use Google, go on Facebook, search Twitter, set up alerts. You can even sign up for services that let you know when mentions are made with any given keywords. So that could be your brand name, your service offerings, your competitors, anything you want. Get to know what people are saying about your brand, how they're talking about it, what concerns you might need to address, how people relate to it. Find out which networks they're using to talk about your brand the most. These are the networks you're going to want to hit the hardest. These are the networks that you're going to want to put the most time and effort into. So by engaging in social listening, you will let the internet be your focus group. Except it's not a focus group. It's a real group of people saying real things, sharing real feelings about your company. So once you've scoured the internet listening, once you've done your research, you're ready to start putting together a plan that can yield results. Plan. So much like any marketing plan, you're going to want to start by addressing your goals. You're going to want to write a set of goals that cover exactly what you're hoping to get from your marketing efforts. You can have all different kinds of goals. For example, raise visibility and awareness, raise website traffic by 40%, increase click-through rate on email marketing campaigns by double, increase Facebook followers by 200%, anything you want. But by listening first, you'll learn exactly which goals you should have. And by setting your goals, you'll know what tools to draw on, what platforms to use, and what strategy you'll need to reach those goals. And before you go into executing your plan, you're going to remember that this plan, that this strategy that's going to help you reach your goals, that it has to be consistent, that it has to be integrated. You have a message that you want to send your audience about your brand. You want your brand identity, your brand personality, to be what you're showcasing throughout all of your efforts. So you want to look at the unique benefits your customers get from using your product or services as opposed to that of your competitors. So because every aspect of the strategy integrates with another in some way, as we saw in that diagram before, And because people use many different channels to learn about your company, you need to ensure that every medium you're using, whether it's your website, Facebook, Twitter, paid ads, e-marketing, that they all link up with one another, that they make smooth transitions, that they support one another. So once you have your strategy in place, you're ready to execute. You're ready to start using the tools that are gonna help you reach your goals. This is when you just put all of your planning and all of your strategizing into play. This is when you put your strategy into motion. And as soon as you start executing, you have to be ready to start monitoring. And this is really the great thing about, one of the really great things about online marketing is how tightly you can monitor and how quickly you get information about your efforts. So, your work is not over yet. After all of the research, all of the planning, all of the strategizing is in place, and as soon as you're executing your campaign, you must begin to monitor. You must begin to set up tools that will help you pull data from your efforts. I know one of the biggest concerns and questions companies face when they begin implementing an online marketing campaign is this effective, or I need numbers, show me the numbers. Online, you can have answers to how effective your efforts are and how well you're reaching your goals more than ever before by using the many tools that the internet provides you to use for monitoring. So just like any other marketing, but more than ever before, you can never stop optimizing. You can never stop taking the data that you're receiving from your website analytics, from the mentions people are making online, from the amount and relevance of the clicks that you're getting from your online advertising, from the amount of sales you're making, the amount of return you're receiving. You're never done using that data, analyzing it, refining it, and putting it into use. So online, the efforts you're making are trackable. You can receive results quicker than ever before. You can receive information that you can use in real time to keep refining and refining your strategy. You get to see what works and what doesn't, what's helping you reach your goals and what isn't. You don't have to spend thousands of dollars on a TV commercial campaign or on direct mailing pieces and just hope that they work and wait for results after all of that money has been poured into it. You can optimize, analyze the data you're receiving, and see if it works or not. And if it doesn't, you can fix it. Right then and there. So these 4 steps that we just went through, they're part of a never-ending cycle. Listening allows you to plan, which allows you to execute, which allows you to monitor how your efforts are doing, and the data you receive while you're monitoring will allow you to listen to your customers better than ever before, and that new set of data and information will allow you to revise and optimize your plan and your strategy to make sure that you're executing in a new way that will help you reach your marketing goals. Anyway, that might seem like a tongue twister, but basically, this cycle keeps going and going and going, and your strategy just keeps getting better and better and better. Online marketing is beautiful, isn't it? So I think now we all kind of get why we need to make sure our efforts are integrated, and we've just tackled the ways to go about making that strategy from research through optimization. So we're going to just take a quick look at a real-world example of how a brand has been able to create an integrated strategy. So let's take a look at Bank of America's recent marketing strategy. So in a recent interview, Bank of America discussed their most recent marketing campaign. So first off, they listened to their customers and they knew that they had a problem to solve. They said, "Our industry as a whole has taken a very large hit in terms of reputation and trust. In order to solve a problem, you have to understand you've got one, and we have recognized that we've got one." In that same interview, they relayed the messages and goals of their marketing campaign. So they said, "We began trying to express as directly as possible our value proposition, the amount of money we lend, which is $3 billion a day, every business day, what we are doing in terms of community development, and what we are doing in terms of small business." They knew what their target market needed to hear. They knew what kind of messages they needed to deliver, and they knew that they had to use an integrated campaign. They knew that they had to deliver their message that they were helping small businesses and were dedicated to community development across all mediums in order to really make an impact. So they went onto Facebook spreading these messages. Here's a post about volunteering that they did with kids. Here's another one about helping community art programs. Here's another post about the ways they've helped Camden's Children's Garden, keeping the community healthy. If you just scroll up and down their Facebook page, it's all posts about how they're helping the community and supporting small businesses. Let's just take a quick look on Twitter where they did the same exact thing. Here's a tweet about how much they extended to nonprofit, how much credit they extended. And here's another one about how they are supporting small businesses. And another tweet about how they're helping small businesses. So let's just take a look at their YouTube page really fast. Their featured playlists on their channel. Let's go from top to bottom. Student Leadership Summit, Small Business, Community, Chicago Marathon, Environment, Nonprofit Organization. And when you click into there, they have tons of videos showing you what they're doing to help promote the community and all of the environment, small businesses, how they're trying to give back to their customers and how they're giving back to the community. Here's the playlist for small business, tons of videos on what they're doing. Their playlist on community. They went to the press as well. And they talked about how much money and how much investments they're making and how much volunteer hours they're putting to improve financial stability. So Bank of America obviously listened to their target market. They listened to the conversations people were having about their brand, and they created a campaign to address those conversations. They had goals, they had a message in place, and so they created a campaign so that they could control the message, so that they could control the conversation. And they drove that message home. They went on to every medium you knew their market was on and repeated it time and time again. So, now that you've heard tons of reasons of why online marketing is important, and you've heard why integrated marketing is so important, you've heard tons of data, tons of statistics. So before you leave, and this presentation's over, let's just go through it. Integrated marketing is about having a clear message, having a clear brand personality, having established goals, and then tying all of your efforts together. So I'm just going to leave you with one last bit of advice. If you wait until there is another case study in your industry, you will be too late. All right. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, please, you can talk to us on any one of our social media pages. We have facebook.com/thesparkgroup. Write a comment on this video below. You can go to our Twitter page @thesparkgroup, or just write us in an email right here. It's our email address, imtc@thesparkgroup.com. Obviously, you can't stop by our booth, but if you would like to come to our next digital marketing seminar, it will be held in October in Miami, Florida. Just get in touch with us and we can keep the conversation going. Thank you so much for taking the time, and I hope you learned a lot about integrated campaign creation.